What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we're hopping into Unbreakable X-Men, part of the X-Men Age of Revelation storyline. This is issue number 2 and part 28 of the overall story. And we already saw what happened with Rogue. Taking on Galactus, she turned to stone. But the Devourer of Worlds, that was only the beginning of their problems. Gambit and the Uncanny X-Men, they're gonna have to face against a mutant god, one that has been suppressed for years, but now it begins to show its face. It's finally gotten the power to rise up. And that's why we have Gambit here killing the undead. After Gambit takes care of these zombies, Lady Henrietta, she comes up to him and she really gives him some comfort because the truth is, Gambit's just a broken man. But that man is about to come back to life. Because Lady Henrietta, she's been guarding that little tomb for about a century now. She's not really sure what changed, but all the gates are closed. All the mythic locks unopened. Yet something has awoken her. Something has given her power. Vast power. The tormented, the undead that attack them, they weren't supposed to be able to find a way out. The fact that they did means that there's gotta be a doorway open. There is one thing that is absolutely certain. Shavaric has risen. For 300 years, she's watched over the dead, tortured them, been their warden, been their judge, punished the humans for their betrayal of the mutants in their own family. Parents, siblings, children. Now, if you've been reading the Uncanny X-Men comics, you're gonna know this whole Dark Artery story. Shavaric is essentially a mutant god that is here to torture, torment, punish anybody that has mistreated mutants, especially family members. So if she finds a way out, she'll punish everybody on Earth for how they've treated mutants. How they treated her daughter. There is no doubt about it. She is an extinction level event. And Lady Henrietta is no longer strong enough to hold it back. She will be the Leviathan. Plague, war, famine, she'll eclipse them all. And because she feels that her own kind betrayed her, her first meal will be mutant kind. Now, Remy and the others, they recognize that they're just not enough. There's not enough of them and they don't have enough firepower. One thing that Gambit never knew about, though, is the original Outliers. The OG team that we see from the Uncanny X-Men comics. They took a vow. Death Dream made all of them take a vow that if she ever broke free, they would come back to stop her. They would put her back in the ground, back in her prison. If need be, they will kill her before she kills everybody. And so Dome goes ahead and teleports them all out of here. One by one, teleporting them away, sending them to the other Outliers, sending them to anybody that might actually help them out here. Gambit does have one last place that he would like to try. This is what takes him to Shanghai, China, to the Dragon Soldering. Yet another callback to the Uncanny X-Men titles. I think that's what I like best about this. It's supposed to be Age of Revelation, and while I'm not thrilled it doesn't directly tie into it, I do like that we get a futuristic aspect of our Uncanny X-Men and what their future would look like if it continued down the path for, 10 years or so. Now, this Dragon and Gambit, they got history. The Eye of Agamotto and the whole 9 yards. The Dragon already knows why Gambit's here, and he's telling him there's no way in hell I'm gonna help you. I am not going against Shavaric. I dare not face the voice of darkness. Taking us to Istanbul, Turkey. This is where we pick up with Death Dream. Now, Ransom at this point, he's just trying to get him to come back. Of course, Death Dream has no intention of doing so. The truth is, he's just not good company for the living anymore. He's lost the knack for speaking with them. But more than that, they had a falling out. Their friendship had broken up at some point. And while Ransom apologizes for this happening, he says it's time to fulfill the vow. She's broken out. It's time to fulfill what we said we would do. Temper arriving with Jitter, and we learned that Jitter has come quite a way with her powers. Rogue trained her to train on her powers, and that's exactly what she did. She got it to where she could hold multiple skills, such as Shang-Chi, Hawkeye, Mr. Fantastic, Dr. Banner, hundreds more. Only now those skills, they kind of have voices. Voices that don't go away. And so being so remote out here in Antarctica, it helps her keep her sanity. So with Temper arriving, Jitter already knows what's up. Now having this vast intellect, she already knows what's gonna happen. She already knows the arrival means the Shavaric has escaped. And then last but not least, we have Calico. Calico and her horse Ember, somewhere outside of Denver, Colorado. Calico seems to have come a far way as well, being able to travel dimensions. But also, it appears that she's recreated her horse Ember. We see multiple to where she'll make sure that Ember never goes away. Really, it's just highlighting their powers, what they are now 10 years in the future. Though I will say it's rather disappointing. I want to see their real progression. And I give them credit, we're probably going to see that in time. But hell, give me a little 80s montage. I mean, you do it with everything else. Give me a little montage of them coming into their powers. They only got 3 issues, so I get it. But as we head back, we see that Shavaric has escaped, broken out of her prison, her and her tormented. They now ready to pillage the world. And she stands before Lady Henrietta, ready to fight, ready to take her on, but she doesn't stand alone. With our team assembled, the Uncanny X-Men have returned. Without hesitation, our mutant god attacks. Ransom immediately jumps into giving directions, to being the leader. And when she goes to attack Ransom, we see Ransom hit, but with his mutant ability, he absorbs it. He takes that kinetic energy, Spider-Girl slinging him up there. For the first time in 300 years, Shavaric stumbles. For a moment, maybe 2, they thought that maybe they did something, but that goes sour in a quickness. The flames come up, and she proclaims that this is enough, that all of you will die for being a part of my imprisonment. But first, she takes their home. We see the mutant god burn down Haven House. She then takes Lady Henrietta. Then Shavaric disappears. Left in the fiery wake, our Uncanny X-Men have lost this battle. They allowed her to escape, to take Lady Henrietta and flee this place to another. And Jitter knows exactly where she's headed. She was headed for the Gulf. She was headed for deep water. She's headed for Atlantis. He was called the first mutant for a long time. He has no love for mutants or humans. The one that she goes after first is Namor. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a lot of fun. Like I said, I really wanted Age of Revelation to focus on the main storyline, but now that we've dove into these stories a little bit, I'm a little less cynical on them. Not to say that all of them are good. Lord knows Binary is not a great comic, though God so badly wanted it to be a good comic, it's just not. Unbreakable X-Men, Book of Revelation, a lot of these titles have really been good stories, have been phenomenal, what-if stories 10 years in the future, showing what is possible, what could be, what may be, and what perfect opportunity to take these new X-Men, the new Uncanny X-Men, the Outliers, and really get to highlight their potential, get to see what they're possibly gonna be able to be like. I mean, Jitter alone, I think, is the most underrated character. She learns others' abilities, but only for a short amount of time. She honed that power, learned that ability, and now she's got a catalog of other people's abilities, intelligence, and so on and so forth, which I will argue kind of is a plot hole in this story, because if you're so smart, if you have all of these skills, why are you hiding in Antarctica and not fighting against Revelation? Not trying to find a cure for the X virus and everything else going on? Have you come to the conclusion that there is not a cure? And if so, what the hell is going on in Sinister Six? You see what I mean? The inconsistency there? Outside of that inconsistency, I enjoyed the story. The artwork is a lot of fun. Shavaric is kind of like a Children of the Vault kind of tucked away story that's hidden there, but we can always bring it up whenever we need to. And so in this regard, I kind of enjoy it. I like the aspect of bringing our mourning mutant team back together and having them fight against something they vowed years ago that they would always make sure that they defeat. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that is going on with this series, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. That's going to get you caught up on everything that has been going on with X-Men and X-Men's Age of Revelation. Now, if you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. This is like Patreon, having a bunch of different tiers, a bunch of different options, but if you're not able to do that, do me a favor of subscribing to the channel, liking this video, hitting that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.